Remember that tension-filled scene in Jurassic Park when the flying dinosaur walks over the bridge and chases them for the next few heart-gripping minutes? That's not the only flying dinosaur to ever terrorize the skies. It's not even the biggest. And did you think regular dinosaurs were terrifying? Then you haven't seen these nightmarish versions of what a bird once looked like. Keep watching all the way to the end to find out the biggest, baddest flying dinosaurs to ever exist. Before we get on with the top 10 dinosaurs who could fly, make sure you support us and subscribe to our channel on the bottom right. After that, hit the bell button below and we are good to go. 10. Terranoden. You often see flying dinosaurs in movies, comic books, and TV shows snatching prey off the ground in heart-stopping moments. But what if we told you this may not have been the case? The Pteranodons may have attacked the main characters in the third Jurassic Park movie, but its real-life version was different. Once believed to be the largest flying animal of all time, the Pteranodon defies all expectations of what a flying dinosaur should do and look like. It once thrived during the late Cretaceous period, around 90 to 100 million years ago. Its body was as large as a modern turkey. However, its wings were something to behold. The Terranoden had a fearsome wingspan of 23 feet or even more. All evidence points to it being a powerful and skilled flyer, capable of maneuverability that meant certain death for all the fish it preyed on. That said, it wouldn't have been able to pluck a human from the ground. This particular flying dinosaur had exceptionally small feet, adapted for walking, and contrary to popular belief, it didn't have eagle-like talons for gripping prey. A Terranodon's strategy for hunting may have involved skimming the water while in flight. It would have landed first to capture fish near the water surface. Paleontologists believe that it would have been able to dive after prey, as modern diving birds do. 9. Hatzegoropteryx. Long before Transylvania was known for the legend of Dracula, the blood-sucking monster, it was known for another monster, the Hatzegopteryx. Millions of years during the late Cretaceous, the island was home to one of the largest predators of all time. The Hatzegopteryx is often likened to a giraffe, if giraffes had a taste for snacking on dinosaur flesh. Let us give you an idea of how intimidating the Hatzegopteryx was. Its skull alone is magnificent. Heavily built and massive in size, it was measured to be 2.5 meters long. That means its wingspan was no less than 12 meters. The Hatzegopteryx was so massive that when its fossils were discovered in 1991, paleontologists believed it belonged to a theropod, which is a group of dinosaurs that includes the T-Rex. To date, the Hatzegopteryx's full jaw has not been found, but it's believed it has the longest jaw for any terrestrial theropod in history. It's no wonder this dinosaur earned its name Hatzegopteryx, which is derived from a Persian word that roughly translates to dragon. 8. Monkeydactyl. Future Jurassic Park movies could add one more beast to their list, the Monkeydactyl, a newly discovered dinosaur that soared across the skies and lived in China during the Jurassic era. The Monkeydactyl is an anomaly. Other than being very small with a wingspan of about 33 inches, it had the very unique one-of-a-kind feature of having opposable thumbs. This phenomena has never been seen before in a species. Paleontologists believe that the Monkeydactyl survived in a complex forest ecosystem due to this feature. It would have been able to climb trees, its dexterity allowing it to feed on insects, features non-climbing pterosaurs could never dream of doing. Before we continue with a dinosaur that started the shift from flying dinosaurs to modern birds, just hit the like button to fully support us. 7. Archaeoterex. There is no average flying dinosaur. The Archaeoterex is believed to be a transitional fossil between ancient dinosaurs and our modern birds. It was first discovered in 1860 in Germany. It's often referred to as Urvogel, the German word for original bird or first bird. That's right, this creature, whose features were a mix of avian and reptile, was long regarded as the earliest known bird. It once thrived in what was now Bavaria, southern Germany, during the early Tithonian stage in the late Jurassic period, around 150 million years ago. Here is why it's so closely related to our modern bird, and how it remained a ferocious dinosaur at the same time. The Archaeoterex ranged from the size of a blue jay to a raven to a large chicken. Its wings resembled those of modern birds used to fly, broad with rounded ends. However, it had a tail that was remarkably long for its body length, which was up to 20 inches. While the tail is similar to those of smaller dinosaurs, it stood out by a row of feathers on each side. And unlike living birds, the Archaeoteryx had a set of fearsome, well-developed teeth. It's not known exactly how the Archaeoteryx liked to fly. It's hard to tell whether it was a flapper or a glider. Paleontologists believed that it could perform simple flapping flights over a short distance, perhaps used in hunting or escape behavior. 6. Anhangura. Ready to meet an old devil? Here's the Anhangura, which belongs to a large genus whose name literally means old devil. It was a dinosaur you didn't want to run into during the early Cretaceous age in its native South America some 112 million years ago. Appearance-wise, it's one of the best-known pterosaurs. It's famous for having an unusually large head, keeled crests, powerful wings, and a muscled body. It lived alongside dinosaurs but had a group of its own as their evolutionary cousins. Everything about them had evolved to allow it to thrive. Its teeth were perfect, sharp enough to pierce slippery fish and curved enough to grip them. Its eyes were unusually large, suggesting that it had exceptionally good vision. Fossils show that it even had a large brain case, meaning its brain itself was large. Its only flaw is understandable. It wasn't too adept at walking on dry land due to its small back limbs. 5. Ornithocheirus. The Ornithocheirus' existence dates back to the beginning of the Albian stage of the early Cretaceous period, around 110 million years ago. While it wasn't the largest pterosaur to ever soar the Mesozoic age, that title belongs to our #1 flying dinosaur. It was the largest pterosaur in the Middle Cretaceous period. Not unlike the modern eagle or albatross, the Ornithocheirus had similar wings. What makes it different from modern birds, other than being, an ancient dinosaur, is the jaw packed full of conical gripping teeth. It didn't need to skim across the water to find food, it would have just grabbed it off the surface. There is another feature that sets it apart from other pterosaurs, a bony keel located on the end of its snout. This keel may have been used to ferociously intimidate other dinosaurs eyeing the same prey, to resourcefully crack open the shells of crustaceans, or to attract the opposite sex during mating season. 4. Ramfornicus. The Ramfornicus was a fascinating creature, but a lot of its history and lifestyle are mysterious. It lived during the late Jurassic period, about 159 to 144 million years ago in Europe. The Rhamphorhynchus' body was short, unlike nearly all the dinosaurs on this list. It was only about 20 inches long, but it had an exceptionally long skull and remarkable large piercing eyes. It had a wingspan about 1.5 to 1.8 meters across, but the actual wings were quite narrow, each membrane stretching from a long fourth finger. The Rhamphorhynchus' most distinguishable feature is arguably the diamond-shaped rudder at the tip of its tail. It was definitely a piscivore. Everything about its body was designed to hunt. Even its teeth worked as a fish trap capable of accurately grabbing fast-moving prey from just below the waves. 3. Tropeognathus. The Tropeognathus lived around 110 million years in a lively Rift Valley environment formed by South America's separation from Africa. This valley was filled with lakes and was often overwhelmed by the incipient Atlantic Ocean. That means that the Tropeognathus was a very skilled aerial fisher and a nightmare for anyone who encountered it. Its name is derived from Greek and it translates to keeled jaw. The Tropeognathus jaw was an inescapable trap. The upper jaw had 13 pairs of teeth and the lower jaw had 11 pairs. It was also one of the largest pterosaurs known in history, with a wingspan estimated to be over 26 feet. 2. Azhdarchidae. If you were to look up at the sky in the late Cretaceous in what is now modern-day Morocco, you know, before an asteroid came and wiped out nearly all dinosaurs, you may have caught a glimpse of something that resembled the size of a small plane. They didn't have airplanes back then. They had Azhdarchidae, a supersized, overpowered giant that measured 33 feet between wingtips. Because of how otherworldly they looked, scientists were baffled as to how they were able to carry large prey without breaking their oversized long necks. In fact, how they were able to even soar in the air above their dinosaur cousins so effortlessly. The answer lies in their complex neck structure, which is peerless in the animal kingdom. This is what allowed it to prey on not just fish or small mammals, but even other dinosaurs. Its powerful neck could lift prey weighing between 9 and 11 kilograms. 1. Quetzalcoatlus. Meet the Quetzalcoatlus, the largest creature in history to ever rule the skies. If you would have looked up at the sky, then you would have seen a dark shadow looming over you. The shadow would have been cast by the 26-foot wide wings of the Quetzalcoatlus. Surprisingly, it's believed that Quetzalcoatlus acted more like flamingos when it came to feeding, wading in shallow water to look for prey. The Quetzalcoatlus would have flown low over the water and snapped fish with its narrow jaw. The Quetzalcoatlus is a survivor, coexisting with some of the most ferocious dinosaurs known. While the T-Rex would have been the unchallenged apex predator on land, the Quetzalcoatlus would have been the ruler of the skies. Still the two entangled, the Quetzalcoatlus also got into battles with other giants such as the Spinosaurus. How did it survive, you ask? Other than having a bold personality, the Quetzalcoatlus was an intimidating sight to behold. Standing fully erect, its body elevated upwards, it would have stood as tall as a giraffe. That means it was able to tower over the T-Rex. That was all for today, guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought of these terrifying yet amazing flying dinosaurs. Which of these animals did you think is the most impressive? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can keep creating videos for you. Till the next one.